Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Dave the Rave here, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to Dave's Theme Park Fridays. In episode 2 of this series, what we did is, well, I counted down my bucket list roller coasters that are here in the United Kingdom, and then in the previous episode, I did a list of my bucket list coasters in Europe, and as the title suggests, we're going to be carrying on that trend where I'm going to be counting down. I'm going to be sharing with you my bucket list roller coasters that are located across the Atlantic Ocean in the United States of America. So anyway, enough of me talking, let's get on with it. Here's the titles. So the first coaster on the list is Millennium Force at Cedar Point in Ohio. Now Millennium Force opened in the year 2000, hence the name, and it is an Intamin Giga Coaster that stands at 310 feet tall. Even those stats alone make me really want to go out to Cedar Point to ride this ride. I mean, its height is amazing. Its top speed upwards of 90 miles an hour. Just wow. And I know you get a lot of forces, and it is a very forceful coaster. And I cannot wait to just go out there and experience this ride. One thing that Millennium Force has, and not many others do, is a cable lift system, a cable lift hill. Because the coasters I've been on previously have either had a chain lift, a traditional chain lift, or in the case of 13, a kicker lift or a kicker wheel lift hill. So, yeah, that's why I'd love to kind of ride Millennium Force, because of the height, the speed, the forces, and also the unique cable lift system. So yeah, there you go. There's Millennium Force at Cedar Point. Staying at Cedar Point then, we have the original hypercoaster. Yes, I'm talking about Magnum XL 200, which is an aerodynamics built hypercoaster that opened in 1989. Now Magnum XL 200 stands at 205 foot tall, and from what I've heard from a lot of sources, it is a great ride, even like by today's standards, let alone standards in the late 1980s. I mean, what can I say about Magnum? It's obviously like the only hypercoaster, or the only other aerodynamics hypercoaster which I've experienced is the Pepsi Max big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. Yeah, to kind of see the precursor to that, or to ride the precursor to that, will be amazing, really. And I've heard that the airtime on the return leg, wow, that is gonna be a sight to behold, especially sitting in the back row on Magnum. So yeah, I don't really. Obviously, you know, with Magnum's construction with aerodynamics, it basically led to all of the really tall coasters that we've got today, like Shambhala, the big one, as I said, Millennium Force, as I said previously. So yeah, if it wasn't for this, then we probably wouldn't have either the Hyper, Giga, and Strata coaster world, I guess, that we've got today. So there you go. There's Magnum XL200, the original aerodynamics hypercoaster. Staying at Cedar Point for a third time, we have the Corkscrew. Now the Corkscrew is an aerodynamics looping coaster with 3 inversions that opened in 1976. Now the Corkscrew, like I said, it's got 3 inversions. It's got a vertical loop and the very famous sort of aerodynamics double corkscrew element. I know this ride isn't sort of like the tallest or fastest at Cedar Point, but I think it was one of the main, it was one of the main coasters that kind of brought a lot of people into the park, you know, and generated that revenue to build things like Magnum. But yeah, I guess another thing is I love the kind of train design on the Corkscrew, and that's simply because when the Alton Towers Corkscrew opened in 1980, it used the exact same train model. So it really be sort of the closest I can get to experiencing the Corkscrew at Alton Towers. Mainly sort of that double, like I say, that double corkscrew element. So yeah, there's the Corkscrew at Cedar Point. I'm sorry for being a bit tired. So the next coaster on the list, moving away from Cedar Point but staying in Ohio, is the Beast, which is located at Kings Island. Now the Beast opened in 1979 and was built in-house, and is a, got that in the wrong order, okay. So leaving Cedar Point but staying in Ohio, we have the, got the bloody name of the coaster. Let's try that again. So leaving Cedar Point but staying in Ohio, we have the Beast that is located at Kings Island. Now the Beast is a terrain wooden roller coaster that was built in-house and opened in 1979. Wow, just what a ride. I mean, just what a ride. I mean, the Beast is 7,300 feet long and would be one of the longest roller coasters that I've ever ridden. And actually, because of its length, the Beast has 2 lift hills. Yes, 2 lift hills. And just wow. I mean, the speed that you get through it, the length of it, it's just amazing. But one thing I really want to do is ride the Beast at night in the dark, because I've heard it an amazing night ride, just going through the forest. So yeah, that's the Beast at Kings Island. So actually leaving Ohio now in general, the next coaster on the list is Batman the Ride, the original Batman the Ride, that is located at Six Flags Great America. Now, Batman the Ride was the original B&M inverted roller coaster that opened in 1992 and was actually the inspiration for Nemesis at Alton Towers. Now, Batman the Ride has 6 inversions, and yeah, I've just heard some really good things about the ride. I mean, I am personally a really big fan of Nemesis at Alton Towers, so kind of riding the inspiration for it is going to be quite something. And I just can't wait. But also, you know, like I said, it'll be amazing to ride to the very first B&M inverted roller coaster that was ever built. So yeah, nothing really much to say about that. But yeah, there you go. There's Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great America.
Everywhere you look, something takes your breath away. Every time you're there, something makes you wanna stay.
Going back to Cedar Point and actually going to another B&M inverted roller coaster, we have Raptor. Now, Raptor opened in 1994, same year as Nemesis, but it has 6 inversions, sorry. So it's got the same, you know, same number of inversions as Batman the Ride. But yeah, I just want to. I love the color scheme of Rapture, actually, with the very green track and dark supports. Really makes it sort of stand out. Kind of over at the over the midway, as it is. But yeah, I just can't wait to get out and experience, you know, B&M inverts like around the world. Just like right here in the UK, we've only got 2 B&M inverts. We've got Nemesis at Alton Towers and Nemesis Inferno at Thorpe Park. So yeah, and they've only got 4 inversions, and they're the same inversions. So it'd be kind of nice to sort of be on a coaster for much longer. And yeah, and not really have any height or, you know, height restrictions that are like at tree height. Anyway, I'm waffling on. So there you go, there's Raptor at Cedar Point. Staying at Cedar Point for the last time on the list, we have Valravn. Now, Valravn is a B&M dive coaster that opened at the park in 2015, and it has 3 inversions. Now, I really want to experience these kind of second generation B&M dive machines, because like I said, the only one that I've done is actually Oblivion at Alton Towers. And that is a good ride. It is short, but it is a good ride. So yeah, I can't wait to go out and experience the sort of very, you know, these longer layouts on dive coasters, and also, you know, go through the inversions with the new generation trains. So yeah, not really much else to say apart from I really want to get out to Cedar Point and ride you know, the likes of Valraven, Raptor, Magnum, Millennium Force, and the Corkscrew. So heading over to Carowinds now. The next coaster on the list is Fury 325. Now this is a B&M Giga coaster which opened in 2015. Now, what can I say about Fury 325? It stands at 325 feet. You knew. And just wow. It would and that's sort of, I go on something like Top Thrill Dragster or King Dakar. That will be, well, it will be actually one of the tallest coasters that I've ever ridden, and I can't wait. I honestly can't wait. From what I've seen, the train design is very similar to the trains that B&M have on their hypercoaster models. So it's only like a small T-bar holding you in, and just wow, just wow. I mean, it will be that. Like I said in sort of my previous episode, I really hope that I can ride Shambhala, which is at Portaventura. You know, that has those restraints. But the thing is, with Fury, it's 75 feet taller, and it's going to be amazing. It's just going to be an amazing ride. So yeah, there you go. There's Fury 325 at Carowinds. Moving down to Florida now, and to Busch Gardens Tampa Bay for our next coaster, which is Montu. Now Montu is yet another B&M inverted roller coaster that opened in 1996 and has 7 inversions. Yeah, I mean, Montu, from what I've heard from different people, well, Montu is a really, really long and forceful ride, and I can't wait. Obviously, because I think it would be the longest B&M inverted roller coaster that I've ridden, longest B&M coaster. But yeah, it's just going to be an amazing. Yeah. I know I keep saying like these are all going to be amazing rides, but they are going to be. You know, for someone, you know, like me, who hasn't really had the privilege of going overseas to ride roller coasters, at least not yet, it's going to be amazing. But I have to say, yeah, B&M are just one of the best, my personal favourite manufacturer in the industry. But yeah, we can do another thing on that. So yeah, there you go. I keep waffling. So there you go then. There's Montu at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay in Florida. The final coaster on the list is Superman Ultimate Flight, that's located at Six Flags Great America. I think this is the original one. Obviously, like, well, the same as Batman the Ride, it was cloned for other Six Flags parks. Well, anyway, Superman Ultimate Flight is a B&M flying coaster that opened in 2003. Now, one of the reasons I want to ride this ride is because B&M flying coasters are actually my personal favourite coaster model. I don't know why, it's just kind of, I love the position, that flying position, and I love how you sort of, on B&M coasters, I love how you, well, at least in B&M flying coasters, I love how you actually get onto them, or how they tip you back into the flying position, I mean. But yeah, one notable thing about this ride is that it has a pretzel loop. Now, I've heard from some sources that this can be a very intense pretzel loop. And yeah, that's just going to be an amazing experience to go through, you know, in that that flying position. So yeah, not much else really to say about Superman Ultimate Flight. And that is actually the final coaster on the list. So there you go, guys. That was all the coasters, or all my bucket list coasters there from the United States of America. If you have enjoyed this video, then please do remember to leave me a thumbs up, as it really does help me out. Write out a comment about anything that's happened in the video, and of course I will get back to you. Are you new around here? Then why not hit that red subscribe button, and while you're at it, hit the bell icon so that you never ever miss when I upload a new video. So I just want to say thank you very, very, very much for watching, and goodbye.